So I should have some nebulous left. There's people that collect designer be damn. Peace. Hey, I'm just starting the show. I'm getting ready to start. Just bear me one moment. Setting this up and just sharing this out. Before we start, Ishmael, bro, what's going on, brother? I peeped your message, Ishmael. I saw it. I peeped your message. What's up, man? I peeped your message. I saw it about the. I told you, bro. We just gotta figure out like the clothing. I mean, no, the armor. We just gotta figure out the armor. Skylar James piece. What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to my stream. I'm Corey Honzo. I do custom made pieces, various clothing. We're about to see put this right here. Let me have this can right here. So yeah, peep this, you know, peep the rings on this. Peep the chain, peep the ring. You see that? Then on this one, nobody got a Big Daddy Kane piece like this. I'm the one that made it. The 3-finger ring that say Kane on it. You know what I mean? The LVs, yeah. Got the fur. The hoodie can come up and go on. Yeah, man. Peace. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my stream. Plosky, hey, how you doing? How you doing? I mean, you know, just switched over, hopped over, and the I took your advice, switched over, moved it over to the streetwear tonight. You know, I can show off some stuff and clothes. You know, we're currently working on a Nipsey Hussle. It's the Crenshaw jersey. So, like I said, just to introduce myself. We starting the stream off. I always start the stream off introducing myself. I'm Corey Honzo. I'm a sculptor. Started off in fine art. Now I do custom-made fine art articulated pieces, a lot of hip-hop, the crazy clothing, fully tailored outfits, fully articulated. I do these as well as some designer pieces like these Jones, but I primarily do like 1/6 scale fine art. No, thanks for the follow. Bro. So yeah, no, welcome to my stream. New to whatnot. Find people like Plasi. Thank you for sharing out the show, Plasi. I appreciate you. Just come in and join the community where y'all can, I like to show off like custom, rare crib pieces. Plotski, Plotski, you getting one of these. This is what you got coming to you, Plotski, for your support. Thank you. You get a Michelle. I made Michelle, and then she on shell roofing. Yeah, there you go, done in the bedrock style. Michelle, said Michelle's, yeah, Michelle. Is it a story, Michelle? Anybody knew Michelle is the neighbor you never saw on the Flintstones? A woman, that's a woman in power. And this is Michelle and her pet, pretty kitty. And the reason I made it is it's a figure that I made that we went and launched at a Comic Con. And I like how the Flintstones, everybody has a first and last name and on the Flintstones, like Fred Flintstone, Barney Rubble, but his boss name was Mr. Sleep. So I said, well, if we're gonna make a woman, she's Miss Shell, and she owns Shell Roofing. She's responsible for every roof and bedrock. So yeah, that's for you. Thanks for your support. I'm about to add these. Gonna have some of these in the store for tonight. Yeah, tonight. Yeah, no, I appreciate the support. Yeah, tonight I'm just, you know, for that shirt, Ishmael. These shirts are like the shirts. I think they I have them in my store. I think they go to let me see, let me check out. They're on my website. You can go to I can't I don't know if I can see my website on here. Just I'll send you the link, Ishmael. Oh, word toy fair? Oh bet. Alright. When I find out my booth number, I'll let you okay. When I find out my booth number, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. I just have meeting with my partners today. Yeah, yeah. Stop by and cause you see my other I'm gonna have like a small section just carved out for our pieces, but then my partner has like the whole layout for all the designer blind boxes and some designer toys. And I think Safu, I mean I don't know if he's gonna have like Safu and stuff like that, but he might have some of that. But I know a lot. He's like one of the top distributors for like blind boxes and stuff like that. So no, that'd be great. That'd be dope. Dope. Yeah, that'd be dope to me. That'd be real dope. Yeah, it's pretty slow Monday today. Anybody did y'all still got all that snow out? We like they still cleaning up right now out there. Y'all still got all the snow out where y'all at? Is it still a mess or was it pretty like they did some tidying up today? Paulie DX23. Still okay, it's very windy. Yeah, okay, bro. Still okay, it's very windy. Oh, okay. Yeah. Georgia's wild, bro. Georgia is wild. Um, I always thought Georgia was going to be warm for some reason. I just told myself it's real warm, but then when I went and checked it out, it was like it was cold. I don't know why I told myself it was warm. But I told myself Cali was already always warm. But then after like a certain time, the cold just swept through that joint. So yeah, man. Tonight, yeah, it's coming back. Like I said, I'm just gonna come back. Just come back and chilling tonight. I'm adding these shirts to inventory, and also got some Ryan Nebula shirts too. Also got some Ryan Nebula shirts and stuff. And I'm gonna show off. I'm gonna show off some. I got some prints. I'm gonna throw up. I did a series called Oh, you're on the Florida border? Oh, okay, so you further south. Where you down there, Savannah? Like Harry Sachs piece, what's going on? Sorry, I'm gonna keep this in the stream in case the streetwear people come in. This is what I'm doing here. I want to show these off. Um, what I did was, I think, like, look, well over a year ago. Um, I used to, I did a lot of NFT projects. So, what's up, bro? Thanks for joining, man. Thanks for coming to the stream. Just want to show some prints off first. Start off with some prints. A couple years ago, when I was doing NFTs, I did this project called Philly Cats. Super Chief. Why do I that name sound familiar? I'm not sure. I just know I did a lot of projects for like meme coins. So, and then I decided I wanted to like do my own set, and then in the middle of doing my own, I realized physical gallery and a big presence on Twitter. No, that's probably why I have heard of it. Who was the other one? Um, who's the other one? Beep. Was Beep or another one? So what I did was, but what I decided was, everybody can't get NFTs, but that format of NFTs. What if I did them as like physical pieces? So what I did was, what I did was, I had a series called Philly Cats. And what it is they're a whole bunch of unique cats. But I said, you know what, let me do them physical, but take that same format. So first I did it with like, first I did it with, I did it with Mario. So I did like a little series. I just did them in prints. I'll show y'all right now. I'll give you one example before I show you my cats. Because I did like 1,000 cats. So first I said, okay, to practice, I said, okay, let me try it with Mario. So what I did was I took, all these are like one-offs. All, like literally, all of these are one-offs. They're all one-offs. So first I start off with like a classic. Let me see if I got a classic in here to start off with to show like the progression. I might not because I haven't saw them. Yeah. So like, so right here, let's say, you got Mario with like the fireball, right? So I said, okay, take that format and then I switch them up, and it all went off. So this is him with the fireball. Started him with the regular outfit. Then you switch him up, take off his head, and I put a little chain on him, swagged him out, put a player one shirt on him with like, if you look, I don't know if you can see real close, but those patterns, those are little like fire flowers in his sleeve. So just like the NFTs, you start burying, run them through the generator and generate multiple, so they start mixing them all up. And then here's the classic one. So I did this pretty much with a series of cats. And the kids love these one. The kids love these. And without it. So peace, Dawn 89. Thanks for joining. So I did a series like that, and then I said, okay, well, let me do a series called Philly Cats. So um, so and the reason I did Philly Cats, because a lot of from dudes here, a lot of the dudes in Philly got like the thick beards. So I said, yo, that'll look funny on a cat. So I started there, and then from there I said, you know what? What if I just do a whole bunch of cats, period? And I did like 1,000 of them. So, but like I said, it's kept that NFT format. So, like here, I started with one with the beard, like in Philly, and then then I just started going crazy. It turned to like 1,000 of them with various outfits. But I still ran it through the same variant. So you got like one with a toothpick, I think I did that. I did it. I dropped them. Put that back on. OpenSea was one of them. OpenSea was one. I can't remember the other space because I let the other people handle that. But then I don't know if you ever seen, like, I worked on the OpenSea. It was OpenSea. I dropped on OpenSea because because I started working on a cast and other people wanted me to start work. So I worked with this group called World Peace, you know. Look, here's a Bel Air cat. So I worked on them. But like I said, then after a while, I was like, why am I going to keep dropping them as NFTs? Everybody can get them. Here's a little cat with a season. Then here's the one. Here's the one with the little Gucci hat on. But like I literally, like when I say I did like 2,000 cats. There's so many colors. Started going pink. And then when I turned around, I had a whole physical collection. Here's another one. When I turned around, I had a whole physical collection done. And it just matched up mad colors. Yeah. All right. Want to know how long ago this was? This will tell you how long ago it was. It was during COVID. Look at that. That one had a mask on. But you can't see it real close. Those are little tiny mice on the mask, in the mask pattern. Yeah, one with a beanie on, a brown kitty with a beanie on. I didn't know Jermaine dropped NFTs. What did you was it on the do you know if it was on the Ethereum chain or like was it like a Polygon chain? Yeah, this one was one of my favorites. ETH, yeah man. Yeah man. I never that was crazy during that time period, man. When at the height of like NFTs and like when ETH, I remember, and it's wild now when I think about it because I sold all that stuff off early. Had no idea. I remember when I sold Bitcoin. I sold Bitcoin when it was under $1,000. Isn't that crazy? I had no idea. Yeah, so it was under $1,000. That was under $1,000, and I had Ethereum when it was $200. Oh, they was $200. Oh man, that's sick. Oh yeah, I'd be sick. You passed up on them Bored Apes. Yeah, yeah, man, and we'll never get them days back. We will never get them days back. Yeah, man, we'll never get them days back. I remember when you remember when Invisible Friends dropped? Them things were crazy when they dropped. Like they shot up immediately. But I thought out of all the NFTs that dropped, I thought Invisible Friends was like the coolest ones because they were animated and they had like real cool art to them. Yeah, I thought like yeah, that dude, that was sick. And then when he did the Garbage Friends, so I thought that was real cool. Yeah, that was a good time. I think I did some for some coin called Fed Inu. I basically redesigned because everybody wanted Pepe, so like I redesigned Pepe. I might have art here. I redesigned Pepe because I was tired of seeing like the same Pepe. So I said, yo, if you're gonna do it, you want me to do it. I'm not just gonna take a Pepe and just draw it. I'm gonna redesign the whole look so it just looks separate from that. I probably still have some of the art here. See why we got time. Hey, Greg, get a whole Pepe show. What you doing? Yeah, man. Like, yeah, I could show it. The funniest thing was, I did them right. I did the whole boys club. I redesigned the whole boys. I did my whole like version of the boys club. Not redesigned, but the Pepe I redesigned. Oh, yeah, I'll show you right here. I got my pad on me. What's up, bro? Look at that. Yeah. And then these are thank you. Then I did a golden one. You peep that out. You peep that and you peep that. I literally was working on this on stream. So yeah, I did let me see if I got any of the art for the boys club one. But what happened was I posted it in a Telegram chat. Plasky, I posted it in the Telegram chat. And like months go by. Someone sends me a picture of like what I created. And I didn't know why they showed me that. And then when I went on Twitter, like it was all over Twitter because they were using it to like pump a meme coin. So they all had my art in them. I forgot who wrote all over it. It was some influencer. And I was like, man, somebody took my shit from a Telegram chat. I don't even know how they got it. And then it was all over Twitter to pump a meme coin. Yeah, here's another coin they had me work on called the Trump Monkey. Hey, man. Let's see. Came. No, that's Big Daddy Kane. I mean, homie AJ. Nah, brother. No, Al, man. Red. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Red. That's all I'm going to say. It's a product of, bro, like this is in the past day, too. So, but I'm waiting to see what comes through. So, but like Pulaski was telling me last night, I was showing these pieces over in the other designer section. So, um, Pulaski was like, "Yo, going into the streetwear section, and show it all." So, and I was like, "Yeah, you're right. That makes sense." So, I got this. I'm showing. I'm so. In the meantime, between time, I show this off. Show this off. I'm gonna show off the big L piece. I don't think I've shown that. Yeah, he said, yeah, like when it's coming in, like people just already started coming through. So yeah, look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh shit, hold on a second. I don't want to mess it up, but let me show you. Let me show you. Oh my gosh, bro! If I knew, put this down. I don't want to knock over the blind box piece. There you go. And I still knocked it over a little tiny piece. Look at this. No, I got a light over here. Look at this cube, Yeah, crazy, ain't it? I say the Raider joint and painting this was crazy. But somebody in the this is going to somebody in the Netherlands. No, I keep saying the Netherlands, Germany. Somebody in Germany, they grabbed this already. So No. So what you think about the NFT game? What you think about that? You know what? I keep Jones. And what do you think about the state of NFTs? You think they dead for right now, or they dead? Period. You still lineage just slower. Yeah, I remember when I think was it they dropped a couple more. I'm saying we nerd now. I'm about to nerd out of this. The Goblins. They dropped Alan Perry. Peace, peace, peace. Welcome to my stream. Welcome to my stream. I'm Corey Honzo. Um, I do like 1/6 scale pieces, fully articulated clothing, a lot of hip hop, fashion, dope pieces. So we got everything from classic clothing, like the classic starter, and 1/6 scale, fully tailored pieces, to like custom made pieces, like high end pieces. Try and get my stuff together on a second. Yeah, dang man, I wish I could show you. I want to show you this, the boys club one I found. If I could find it on here. I don't even be kidding. I just want to share art. Let's see. You know, here's one of them. Yeah, we getting close to them. Here's one of them. I forgot this one's name. Shit. I forgot this one's name. Whatever his name was, this is one of them. And I did like here another one's like an invisible Pepe. Yeah, like the 50 Cent outfit on. Yeah, I was like, a lot of people don't know. Oh, okay, I found them all. Here they are. So here goes the Pepe, right? And then, oh shit, there goes Andy. I know what these D names. Then there's I forgot what his name was. No man, I was I just woke up in the corner and already like it already set sail. Was it Brett? And then Land Wolf. But well, I think his name is Land Wolf. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, but this is wild. You know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna turn all these in the, I'm gonna turn all these into cards, just like art cards. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna turn these into art cards, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do all the I'm gonna do variations on them. You know where they got like if you want to see some of like yeah some of the assets I had like I had to break all them down in the clothing and all the pieces. Yeah, you see them the with the coconut nostril. So I did a couple pieces. So I think I know that's what I'm going to do. Then I had one that was animated, so like the eyes blink. I still got my OpenSea account. You know, I'm just holding on to it, figuring out how we are. Oh, really? Yeah, I like to be educated more on what's going on. Yeah, I need because a lot of people, well, as you can see, I find myself in these niches where not everybody, everybody, you know, goes through this stuff. So I have a piece like this. Not everybody knows about 1/6 scale and all that. And then I was like heavy into the NFT art and the meme space, and a lot of people don't know about the meme space. So like it's like very niche. So like when I run into people that do know it, it's like it's very rare. And I think you're like the first person in a while that like understands. So you could basically point me in the right direction. And, let me know what I could do. I appreciate it. You really help. Yeah, I can't try to see if there's any other projects. What? That's crazy. That's crazy. Because me and my partner talked about it like I'm not talking about the regular space, but for me it was like your NFTs are dope because we were talking about when I do art. Yeah, we got to chat because I just thought of it, NFTs like there's a way that kids can have access to your art and like I wa- because like very like, well, I'm still early in my career, but my partner would grabbed me early in the space and um he was like he didn't care about NFTs, but he saw like the possibilities they offer. So it was like, okay, NFTs can be a space where, say, there's a kid in like a country that doesn't have access to a lot of money, but he wants art. The possibility of him being able to grab a piece of your art for a low price, and then the value of it in case they just go and like it could change his life. But he has like even footing with anybody else to get access to your art, and you can provide art that way. And that's the thing. It was us talking and not knowing anybody in the space like that. So for me, that got me into like, okay, well, let me like just designing and doing things like that. I'm not a techie like that, but when I come across the right people, that'll teach me. I can learn more. But it's like I really fell hard into the meme space and seeing that whole culture and seeing. But then I was looking at how like just like everything else, people like redoing the same old thing. It's like, well, can't you just redesign it, put a little spin on it, put a little flavor on it? Because a lot of it's cut and paste, and some people just do cut and paste, and there's other artists that like they're not just cut and paste; they're actually doing something with the subject, even if they didn't change it too much, but they're adding their own spin to it, but it's deep. So yeah, yeah, it's just real dope. It's a real dope space. Matter of fact, I think my partner, because my partner, he knew about like Nakamigos. Like he's not like heavy in this space, but he knew about Nakamigos. And I think what did he have at the first toy fair we went? Nouns. Is that what his name is? With the glasses. I think that's. I'm just. He had like that's now yeah. So he had this like he knew that he knew that stuff, and then like because my partner's like a techie. So but he's just not in the NFTs, not in the means, but he understands the culture and certain things and certain elements because he just worked with artists. Period. Um, Even though that's not his main line of work, he's in the tech field, but he had a gallery. Oh, really? That's wild. I wonder if my partner knows. Yeah, my oh Clem. Yeah, I met Clem. My partner, yeah, Clem. I know Clem. Clem with the glasses. Yeah, it's a small world. I met Clem through my partners because my partners know Clem. Um, the first toy fair I went to like 2 years ago. Oh, that's wild. Small world. Small world. Yeah. Yeah. Wait till I tell my partner. I got to my partner. I talked to him. So I came across somebody on Whatnot that knows Clem. Clem got the business card that's like the sticker you wear. It says, "Hello, my name is Clem." I still got that card. Yeah, 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 sure. Hold on. Let me give me 1 minute. All right, let me get my Bluetooth on so I can hear better. All right, give me 1 moment. I'm gonna put my Bluetooth. All right, so there we go. All right, give me 1 moment. Let me pair this up. Then I'm at. Then you can walk me through this. Okay, cool. Let me all right, there you go. I'll just listen since you the invite. Lily Drip Peace, thanks for doing it. It's cute. I think it's hey, froze up. Maybe it's a connection. Peace, peace. Okay, bro. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we can chat. We can chat. This message. No, I'm gonna get some pieces of it. That's wild. That's a small world. No, we gonna talk. Yeah, man, I saw but the wild thing about Clem was I didn't know who he was because I always heard his name like me. Oh, you click on that. The wild thing about Clem is like some dude walked up with a briefcase, and I was like, who is walking up with a briefcase at Toy Fair? I didn't know. He just walked up. And then he pulled out his card and was like, hey, hello, my name is Clem. And I was like, this is Clem? I always heard his name in like all these meetings. He had like one of them big like the briefcase. It looked like the briefcase in like the briefcase where they always had money in you know, like in a movie. Like I was like, and then they were like, this is Clem. I'm like that's wild. Because when I heard his name, I never pictured him how he looked. Because like I don't know why I pictured a whole nother dude. And then when I saw him, I was like, oh, he's a cool dude. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So yeah. So yeah, 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 no, that's dope. So yeah, I did that. Shit. Someone if he's gonna be, you know, if Clem gonna have a booth and shit. I'm about to pull out enough some more pieces so I can show. Since we're in the street where I'm gonna show, we're gonna show some dope pieces tonight. You know, show some stuff I'm working on. You know, a big piece. Okay. Yeah, I know he works on projects. So yeah, it's gonna be wild. I can't wait to tell my partner like, yo, guess who name came up while I was on whatnot? Clem. And I know they're gonna be like, Clem. And it was wild as I just always heard his name. For some reason, I told myself it was spelled a whole nother way. I was like, it was spelled with a C and all that. When I saw it, I was like, do you? Is Clem short for something? Like, it's like I had so many meetings. His name would just get thrown around all these meetings until I finally met him. Like, is Clem short for something? Or like that's his name, or is that a nickname? That's exactly what my partner said. So I'm saying, man, this dude been a mystery to me because I've never heard a name like that before. I'm like, man, I thought it was just a nickname. Nobody can tell me if it is. You know what I'm saying? I obsess over little shit like that. You gotta start thinking. So yeah, that's hilarious. That's dope, though. That's dope. Yeah, I just gotta be trying to figure out. We gotta figure out our setup. But yeah, yeah. The Javits Center is the Javits Center is it's crazy because it got 2 floors. So um, it got 2 floors. So I think it's Toy Fair, like they locked everything down. Toy Fair locks everything down. PCP, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to show. Yeah, I remember. Pete, thanks for joining. You know, if you're coming in my stream for the first time, Corey Honzo. Hey, going. Thanks for joining. I'm a Corey Honzo. I make these custom made pieces, hip hop, historical pieces, but I do a lot of hip hop and old school figures up to new figures. I've done everybody from Big Daddy King or Harriet Tubman up to Virgil Abloh. So, but all the clothing is like custom and tailored pieces, custom sculpted from the boots to you see the jeans to the denim. Like this is a big L piece, I sculpted custom chains. So you got the custom Averex. I don't think anybody. We only did. I think we did 4 big L pieces, but this is the only one of one. We did, this is they all one of ones. Like all of my pieces are one on ones. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a sculptor. I mean, yeah, all my pieces are custom. Like, yeah, I'm a I start off as a traditional sculptor. How you pronounce that? Fal is that Falarin Marino? Falarin Marino. But yeah, I do. Yeah, like I said, I'm a traditional sculptor. I started sculpting in like 1/6 scale. Oh yeah, how you doing? Great to meet you. Yeah, I'm like self-taught. I'm just self-taught sculptor, self-taught sculptor, and like I was in the art space, like art space, and I did these pieces, and then my friend brought me over to like the designer tour and art world. So I can walk like both paths, but I have like a real niche art, so not everybody knows. But so I so yeah, and Plasky came through and showed me love yesterday and helped me out, pointed me in the right direction, and pointed me in the right direction. How about that? I do everything. Yeah, I do some cards. I got hmm Matter of fact, I have this is one I found one of the early ones I did. It's a purple John. This is like a period piece from the movie The Color Purple. Shoot Avery, the performer. I thought she just the visual looked dope as a John, but you see she has the whole the calves with the little beads on them. Yeah, we got. And then I found this this is a Jane Baldwin 3 1/4 inch, um 3 1/4 inch. It's not articulated, but it's a like I sculpted and painted. But what I did was I had there's another artist that I was in a hub with. Her name is Athena Astria. And, she does all these sculpture work. So what I did was I told her, because she doesn't know about none of this, I had her go into. I gave her the card and I said, "Yo, because she can paint all when with her eyes closed." I said, "Hey, go paint Baldwin on here and bring it back to me." So what we did was, so literally this is a hand painted. She's like a ridiculous artist. So this is a hand painted Baldwin on the back. So what this literally is two pieces in one of one, one of one art, but just presented with this clamshell. And the way I have these clamshells is they're not sealed, so you can pop them open and close them, so you don't have to worry about damaging the package if you want to still store it in there. But you can literally take these out, take both these cards out, and display them on their own. But they're two separate pieces of art. It's not only we only made one. Like this is a one of one. I literally found this like right after I got off the train yesterday. I don't think anybody, because I do James Baldwin pieces, also on my six scale. I've done like, yeah, James Baldwin, Langston, Malcolm X. Um, I can show you some of the hair sculpts if you want to see examples of the work. Like right now, I'm working on you know, I'll show you some of my behind the scenes work. I got behind the scenes pieces I can show you. But I got a range of work I can show you. Actually, I can show you something from a toy line. My company got access to the Captain Action license. Captain Action. Captain Action was created by the guy who created G.I. Joe. So I got access to Captain Action license to redesign not only Captain Action, um, but like the evil villains and all that, the whole line. And this is one of the evil villains. He was the original super villain action figure, and I got to redesign it. His name is and I'll redesign it for ground up. So this looks nothing like the original figure. So you can see that name is his name was Doctor Evil, and that was before Doctor Evil came out. So like if you want to see the sculpt, this is the prototype. So I do prototypes and commission pieces. I put the boots on them, with the leather, the tight jacket. So this is like a step out of like the normal pieces I do, other versus um like right now we're working on a Bass Reeves figure. Um, Bass Reeves was actually like the first black U.S. Marshal. They actually, if you ever heard of the Lone Ranger, his story is supposed to be taken from Bass Reeves. So yeah, I do also I sculpt Like I said, that's historical, and even Doctor Evil, like toy history. That's why I did that. So we got that up to, like I said, up to like say the Cube, Big L. So we got 80s, 90s, 2000. Thank you. Um, I even got, if you want to see something real cool, I got a Pusha T piece I can show them. I think I'm gonna go back and go through all these more people in color. We're working or dropping. We're dropping a Eddie Murphy. We're doing like a young Eddie Murphy piece coming up. So thank you. There we go. So we're gonna be dropping like a one-off soon. Yeah, I picked them like real young, and but I got what we're going to do is we're going to do them for like all the ages. So from stand up to Saturday Night Live to like the movies. Um, Another piece right here, so you can see some of the detail of some of the other pieces I got. So we got like this piece is a Pusha T piece, but then I want you to see like the detail and sneakers and the shoes, outfits. It's another one I'm working on with the chains. Just finishing painting up the hands. I'm trying to figure out if we're gonna put rings on them. I had the guy that I was working with, the guy I was working with that did like the jewelry and the chains for me, literally like passed away like a couple weeks ago. It was wild. So yeah, so but this is the Pusha T. I mean, the light's not hitting him right. I'm gonna get a better light so you can see he has like the platinum teeth, but with all the chain, and then like the fear of God. Yeah, but all these are fully articulated. Cause I don't think anybody has a Pusha T piece. I try to pick pieces I think no one will have, so to make them like even more rare art pieces. But a lot of it's like hip hop history. Like the Clips did something that had a crazy run last year. So yeah, yeah, one shot. Even this yeah, I think it changed. Yeah, look at this. Look at that. Look at that little detail on the chain. I'm gonna clip all this up when I hop off the recording. I clip the streams up, so I'm just making sure I show stuff and hold stuff a certain way for when I post the videos on YouTube. I mean on Instagram, and we're streaming on YouTube right now too. So just making sure all that. So people, and this piece is currently in the store right now. No, I'm gonna pin it like this. Oh damn! Hey, that is wild. Pin that from my inventory. So yeah, let me pin this in there. Oh, you know what? Probably I got these Jones. I don't think I ever shown, but they broke. or not. Let's see. Can we import this? I think it'll be like these are the low end pieces. So have you been to Harlem before, Plasky? So again, baby, peace. Just showing off, currently showing off the Big L piece. The Big L is like okay. Bet. Yeah, yeah, Big L actually is. So no, you probably you can so no, Big L was like he was killed unfortunately, but Big L was was from the Bronx, so it's like he's one of the Harlem legend rappers. So that's why I don't know memorialize Big L piece. But when I do these pieces, I try to like capture an error. So it's like that's why I like to like rely heavily on the clothing and like the details on the hat. I actually made this one for. I actually made this was actually made. This one I actually made for to have on whatnot because I didn't understand how it worked. So I'm like, oh, maybe I can make exclusive pieces for it. I didn't know. So yeah, yeah, this is my favorite one. This is one of my favorites. So we got put this in, put this push it T up. You know about what's the other sculptor that does the design of toys? Kano. Ever see a Kano piece? That was one guy I was introduced to. Yeah, Kano. Yeah, I heard about him when I first started doing this. Everybody was like, "You gotta check out Kano." And I'm like, "Okay, what he did?" So somebody sent me a Kano piece. I keep doing stuff like that, man. I think that's a boot. Um, so when Kano did this, he did a Colin Kaepernick. I think this is vinyl. Colin Kaepernick vinyl. It's called The Messenger. What was wild was I got this the first year I went to I got this first year I went to Comic Con because they gave me one, and then the last Comic Con that I went to, Colin Kaepernick came to my booth and like because he came to see all the work. Yeah, it was wild. He came to work to check out the work we did. Um, and I actually got the video up on my Instagram. But it was wild. He came over there because he wanted to see all the work we were working on. Yeah. Were you yeah, it was cool. It was cool. And then I told him, I was like, yo man, I got a pic somebody sent today that you called a messenger. Yeah, I gotta figure out packaging because I did this Dr. J John, but he's a basketball player, so I made him taller than that, than like the regular Johns I do. but he has like more texture in there. So it's like they're minimal, but when it comes to the hair, I put like all the texture in that. Different. So yeah, excuse me. Trying to arrange my stuff because I knocked stuff over. Peace, peace. What's going on? How y'all doing tonight? I hope everyone's safe after this storm, wherever you at. I hope everything's cool. Oh, word, that's crazy. You know what's wild? I did a we just did a I did a LL piece. I did a LL Cool J piece. Like I did a LL Cool J piece like this, but it came with a boombox. And came with a boom. Yeah, he came with a boombox, and it was like Bluetooth, and you could play the music through it. And I showed it on Whatnot. So I showed it on Whatnot, and then what happened was I posted the clip from Whatnot on Instagram, and like that thing just went crazy viral. And we only made two of them, but the boombox, I can show you the boombox. It looks wild, and those things they went quick. But this is the boombox. How the hell did I tape this up like We did them in we did them because I did them with the. Matter of fact, it's called. Got one left. So you want to see range. Show you some crazy range. Let me show you something funny. This is wild. How long? Let's go. Yeah, this is one. See those figures went. So this is one of the prototype sculpts. You see him with his cat, the shadows covering his eyes. I sculpted everything. Yeah, it's like him, black outfit. Um, he had real leather Jordans on with laces. Um, and we did them like when it first came out. And this was the boombox. The knobs on it. Yeah. So when I showed this, like, then I played the music while he's standing there, but he had the rings just like this Big Daddy Kane did, and like it went wild. Like I said, that's where I come. Like I said, I came from Instagram, so like that's where I started. Like a lot of my work got seen. That's what got me the opportunities. That I did. So that's what's dope about. There's a lot of that's dope about starting over here and whatnot. Like start from scratch, start from the beginning. No one knows me, but on Instagram, like I made like I exposure. Um, but then like WHYY did shows on me. I did the news, like international media. So I got to like I got exposure over there. So like starting over on whatnot is like just dope. But, like nobody knows everything. You get to educate them, and then you get to meet cool people and just chill out. Now this was wild. Yeah, yeah. So everybody's like, yeah, I'm just ready to grind out. It's like I can. That's a difference for me. It was like I want to do whatnot. It was like this is how I started. I started on Facebook just streaming while I painted, and then watched that build up, and then I moved over to Instagram, and then Instagram is where it really blew up. But like I grinded from the beginning, so like, but I never treated it like I'm just trying to push and sell something all the time. So I just chill and talk on stream, chill out with people, let it build organically, and then like it just all falls into it all falls into space. On Instagram, I was doing a show every like Saturday morning where I get my partners really give advice to like artists. Yeah, it's like I was like, look, man, I don't want to QVC it all day. Just talk. I got a shop. You want to check out the shop? Yeah, because I started this like having fun. Now, now, this was crazy. I'm gonna show you one of the pieces, like the type of sculpts I was doing before I did all of this, right? When I used to start making before I started making pieces like this, I, I would make like for Christmas, I would like make my mom. I would just like instead of getting a gift for my mom, I would make like a figure. So I would make like a figure. So I just thought about all the shoes she loved and everything she loved to watch. So she used to love like Martin Short, Saturday Night Live, Ed Grimley. So I made her a Ed Grimley figure. She like Bewitched, so I made her like Uncle Arthur, like stuff my mom used to watch. And she loved Christmas Vacation. So one Christmas I made her a Chevy Chase. Yeah, Clark Griswold. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, let's say the light hit the eye, you can see it a certain way. Yeah, yeah. So like but like that's how I started. And then like for me, like I made all the figures that I wanted to see. So you ever hear of an artist named Tony Peralta in New York? I worked with him. You know Tony Peralta? That's my homie. But yeah, you know his work. I did his figure for our show, and I sculpted his figures. No, no, I'm gonna show you some. Watch this. This is one of his figures I sculpted. I sculpted two other pieces for him as well. He put out, but this is his version of a dunny called Lechoncito. Yeah, that's my home. Tony's my home. And then I did a figure of Tony. I did a figure of Tony for his show. Look at that. Yeah, I forgot what festival this is part of, but it's based on like Dominican culture. I did two pieces based off like No, I did three pieces based off Dominican culture for them. But this one was the one that's like a vinyl toy. The other two were like sculpts. So I think you can get these off his site. But yeah, I sculpted these for Tony. Solid dude. He drew this and sent it to me. He's like, I don't know if this can be a figure. I was like, yo, I can make it a figure. I didn't know they won't be this big. That's what's wild. It's a pretty piece. He had a show in last summer or something. I went up there to see it, and spit on my shit. Here's it. Here's the sculpt. I have an extra sculpt from his face. It's but he had like sunglasses. Yeah. 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 My partner introduced me to him. I met him when I went to the first toy fair. We left there, and I met him in New York, and I saw his Bodega Kitty. If you ever saw that, the Bodega Kitty figure. Sack Six. Why do we put that name sound? Sack Six. Wait, are they on here? Did they come on my stream? That name seems familiar. Why do I know that name? Oh, it's wild. I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't know him from art. Yeah, I'm looking at his stuff. I don't know. No, I don't know none of this. I wonder if I met him. And like not met him, like yeah, I think I might have like came across with that, but I just remember that name standing out. But no, I never saw the art. Do you know who Do you know who Eric Orr is? You ever heard of Eric Orr? The more should read that name sounds. Eric Orr. Eric was an artist. He's in the Bronx now. I can't remember where he's from, but Eric Orr created Rappin' Max. Rappin' Max, like the first hip hop comic book, the first hip hop robot, the character he created, but it was based off a tag he used to do around New York, where he would tag near Keith Haring's work. So it would be a robot head. So Keith Haring would see this guy and notice this person would tag near all of his work. So in a breakdancing competition, Keith Haring spotted Eric because Eric had a robot head on his shirt. So we spotted him from across the competition and he ran up to him. And Eric said he thought he was an art. So Eric was like, scared. Eric was like, you're the guy that's been tagging me in my work. He was like, I like your shirt. Let's trade shirts. So they said they traded shirts. And then Keith Haring was like, you want to go out tagging with me? And they got together and started tagging. He said he tagged the whole subway line up and down, right? And then after a while, Keith Haring told him, you need to put a body on that robot. And then when he put a body on the robot, it became Rappin' Max. And then he made a comic book, only 500 issues, called it Rappin' Max. And Keith Haring helped him produce it, helped him publish it by promoting Keith Haring's pop-up shop in the book. So yeah, now and how it all comes full circle for me was I met with Eric Orr from my company LBO. We have a company called LBO. Let's be honest. and we're dropping the Rapid Max robot figure right here. So I sculpted it, yeah. So it's gonna be a robot with a little boom box. That's the comic book right there. It's a black and white comic book. So we're dropping that. So but look, this was just dope when I went to New York to see like, well, they had a spot where Keith Haring put the crack is whack thing. But like, what's wild is this book they archived in Columbia and I think Cornell as like a piece of Americana because of the association with Keith Haring. So we get to do like a piece of like drop a drop an actual art toy that's like art history, like a piece of art history, which is wild. Yeah. Mm. Are you about to go on? Okay. Yeah, if I hop off, I'm gonna hop off. If you're still on, I'm gonna swing through. Thanks for coming through. Thanks, Plaskin. Thanks once again. I appreciate you. Can't wait to talk to you. Okay. All right, peace. Have a good night. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Messing me about the other stuff. Yeah, I want to talk to you. All right. Bye bye. Good show. All right. All right. Take a sip of water. Spare me one moment. Let me take a sip of water. Let me get cracking. Show my work. All right. All right. So check this out. Nobody now ain't gonna come through. All right. So we run up and down. All right. All right. Unfortunately, we try to co-host with Plasky now. So work. Plasky's been dope. Plasky been showing a lot of love in the stream. Took off the Bluetooth and drank some water. I've been losing my voice. So getting the voice back. You know what I mean? Peace, Adley. Peace. Said once again, I'm a Corey Honzo. Just wanted to explain to you, show you off this like some of these dope, like one of the most recent dope pieces I've been working on, like which is a custom Big Daddy Kane, uh, Big Daddy Kane project. If y'all are familiar with Kane, or if y'all are familiar with Kane, dope rapper from New York, the '80s. You know what I mean? He was one of, like, to me, Kane. Kane was like Kane was like top five. So I really love like dope. When I wanted to make pieces, I wanted to make like dope hip hop, 1/6 scale art figurines you've never seen. The sneakers are fully sculpted. You know what I'm saying? You got the all white Delta Forces on. So these all white Delta Forces. You see, you got the Louis V, Dapper Dan. If y'all know anything about Dapper Dan, this trench coat was what he made, like one of the coats he made that you would have saw Alpo wear back in the day. The 4 finger ring, then the 3 finger ring, and the single ring on the other hand. Fully articulated piece. Here's turns. You know what I mean? You can lift the arms. lift the arms up, I said fully articulated. Um, the whole purpose of this concept piece was, like I said, to make something cool. I don't think anybody in the world has like a Big Daddy Kane figurine, let alone a Big Daddy Kane art figure. So I wanted to do like a one-off piece that captures the era and also pays homage not just to Kane, to like, should put the rings in here, so I'll see if I can pose them. Not just to Kane, but like to Dapper Dan, to here we go, put the ring up there. You can see you got the four fingers. To Dapper Dan, you know, and just pay homage to a dope era. Because most of the time I do like something from an iconic scene, but I don't like, for me, it's not really about always just trying to capture an era and put like elements in there. So I like do certain pieces that do that and blend like the elements from that culture in there. So like that's what this cane piece is about. Like if you see this outfit is made, like the stitching on it, the material is perfect. Took a while to put together. Um, it fully zips up, but I like to leave it open. But you see, leave it open. You got the chain on with the Nefertari medallion. Once again, one-off piece. I've been waiting to make a cane piece. I've been wanting to make a cane piece. I've been trying to make a dope cane piece. I think I've been sculpting over 10 or 11 years. And it's the first time I made like a cane piece that I really, really love. You know what I mean? So if you know hip hop or you know your hip hop history, you know who Big Daddy Kane is. You know what I mean? I don't think I have to really say that much more. Kane is still out there killing, killing it. And he's one of he's one of the legends, man. So like I said, I figured this piece is dope. And it's a throwback to, once again, throwback to that era. And the Dapper Dan, you know, before there was streetwear, you know what I mean? Dapper Dan was dressing all everybody, the celebrities, the hustlers, the rappers. You can get a Dapper Dan. Oh, let me show you the back of this. Look at the back of that. Look at the back of that jacket. Look at that. So if you like I said, you want to see the quality of a piece, see what we're doing. Seeing like the quality of my work. This is it right here. You get to check out pieces that take their time. You know? So that's just we go over all like the details of like that's not only is it a collectible, not only is it a collectible, like it's not a collectible, let me correct that. It's more than a collectible. It's like literally a piece of art, piece of history, piece of hip hop history, you know. So it's the culture, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I think this piece, like, it's one of those if you know pieces. But even if you don't know, you can't like deny like this code ain't fire. This code is on fire. Look at that. That shit's crazy. This joint's crazy. Peep that. You put it back here. Like I said, it's only 101. He put his arms right down here. Only 101. You hold them like this. 101 cane piece. Honzo, I never seen, people in the comments or in the chat. Honzo, I ain't never seen Kane wear that. I know. That's why I said it's a concept piece. It's blended off, If you know, you know, If you know who you seen wearing this, you know who you seen wearing this. You know what I mean? But you can't tell me Kane don't look dope in it. You know what I mean? Can't tell me you don't look dope in it. Then peep the rings. Right there, the four finger, then the three finger with the one. Dope piece. Like keep showing it for one more time. I know you put the hood up. The way you rock it down, I don't know, but it's dope. So it's a shout out to Kane. This piece two levels. Shout out to Kane and a shout out to Dapper Dan. So there's layers to it. There's layers to it. You know what I mean? Only got one. Only one. So if you're interested, you know, if you're interested in this piece, just send a message, you know, or just let me know, or just let me know in the chat. Your boy's here. So, all right, so we can have Kane stand right here, off to the side. Now what I'll show off right now, this is the Steady Mob and Ice Cube piece. One of one. Damn, the composers, y'all, it's so stiff because it's not been posed like that. And I want to show you all. I want to and then next I want to show you the detail in this jacket. Show you like so you can see like an idea of the type of pieces I work on and make. Whether you want to commission or so. And this piece is already snatched up. It's already going to somebody. This is actually a commission piece, so you get to see the idea. Like I said, it should show you some of the work. So first of all, it's a classic starter jacket. See the starter right there. Here you go. Oh man, what about the sleeve? The starter. The starter's on the starter's right here. You got it right here. My finger's pointing to it. It's right here. We got the starter there. NHL Sacramento Kings. The jacket he was rocking in the Steady Mob, and you know, with the gray shirt. You know what I mean? Q rocks some Nikes. Q got Q. It's wild. It's like I don't think I ever seen Cube in Chucks. You know, but he's rocking the Nikes. Got the Raiders cap on. With the Jerry curl, whatever curl you got, whatever you call it, hanging out the back. You know what I mean? So this is young baby Q, Steady Mob, and you know what I mean? This is before the days of Friday. This is before Friday. All right, I don't want to pose it too much. I don't want to mess around with it, mess up the articulation. But there you go. So we got the Steady Mob. You hold that back. Take it away from the camera so you can see the proportions. And I'm going to show off the Big L one more time for the stream and for the YouTube. Anyone that's coming through on YouTube. So maybe jump over the see what's popping on you know, so there you go. Big L with the Tim sculpted denim jeans. Got the Jesus piece. Got the Ava Rex jacket. Like I said, these pieces fully articulated, not statues. You pose them any way you want. So see, I don't have to be just a stiff pose. See, these are maybe 12 inches, a little bit over 12 inches tall. Counting the hat and the boots. 101. So far, everything I've been showing right now, they 101 pieces. So if you're interested, the Big L is actually in the shop. It's actually in the shop for a nice price, and I think it's only for whatnot. So if you want a nice, dope, high-end piece, one of a kind, something clearly no one else has, like that's what I do. I make grails for collectors of dope art, and I give them like the grail pieces they didn't even know were out there that you could have been looking for, never thought was available, so you never got to look for. And that's what it is. That's how we doing. So, so we're gonna have that and many more. So I do these. There's some art toys I want to show off, like some dope ones. We'll get better camera lighting so I can show y'all like some dope pieces. Have more turnstile moving around. Check out, but you can always see like some dope pieces. And when we do the stream, to show you what I'm working on behind the scenes. So with that said, I want to say everybody follow. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for coming and checking me out. Let me be back in a little bit, but I'm gonna hop on over to the Instagram live and see what's popping. Thanks for joining your boy. Have a great night. Stay safe, stay blessed. Y'all have a good one. All right.